Guys, I'm in Montana right now, just locked up another Subto deal. This deal came from our website that was built by Carrot. I'm not a website builder. I mean, look at me. You think I'm technologically advanced? No. I'm just a freaking dude in Montana driving around, having a good time, locking up deals because those deals are coming to us on our website. In fact, this agent who sent the deal to us found our website, said, hey, you seem to be credible. Can you get on the phone with me? Had a quick conversation with her. My website did the majority of the work for me, overcoming objections, building credibility, and teeing up the conversation with the agent so that I didn't have to work that hard. In this video you're about to watch, Jade Jarvis, who is on my team, she's in my operations, she actually is gonna talk about how Carrot helps us get so many deals no matter where I am in the country. I could be in Montana, I could be in Arizona, I could be speaking on stage in Miami, and our website is bringing in deals automatically. So have fun, take notes, and enjoy getting to know Jade Jarvis and how Carrot has changed my business.
And we're live. Weehaw! Hello, Subto, Gator, and Top Tier TC. We are coming at you live today from the studio here at Pace's house. And we have Voight from our own community joining us today, and Brady from Carrot.
What's up? How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Hey, Jade.
So we're here to talk today about what Carrot is,
Yep.
how it can serve our community, and how they can get the most benefit out of it.
Absolutely.
And we have Voight here because Voight uses Carrot.
I do. Absolutely. Love it.
So he can share his experience with us as well.
Absolutely. I will do.
I love it. So first, I want to ask you, Brady, what exactly is Carrot, and why is it important to our community specifically?
Carrot is, so we're the website people. That's what everybody knows us as. We've been in the industry for like 10 years, specifically with real estate investors, wholesalers, flippers. And Carrot is where you go if you want the motivated leads.
Okay.
And so we really focus on helping you get a website up and running quickly with the least amount of effort. We'll talk a little bit about this, but if you've ever tried to build a website from scratch, you know how much work it can be. So we take all the time suck out of it, and we help people work on their SEO, which is basically getting found in Google and getting inbound leads as opposed to all outbound leads. So help you get more leads, and we help all your other marketing work better so you can close more deals.
So the idea being the website that not only you're putting things out there, but people are coming to you based on the things that how you're building it.
Yeah, exactly. So either you're sending traffic to the website from some of your other outbound marketing, whatever you're doing to get leads, or you're attracting inbound leads with SEO.
I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. How has that worked for you so far?
It's been amazing. I started Subto in February 20th, and then on the video I heard.
Wait, just like this February 20th?
This February 20th, 2024, yes.
Fresh off the
like
press.
3 months ago.
Fresh, yes.
Okay, wow.
Fresh off the press, for sure. And going through the videos, Pace just broke down the things he would do when he's starting the business. So I just would pause the video and just purchase that product right then and there.
And just do the thing.
And just do it.
That's like massive accountability in action. I love that.
I'm jealous of this. You're an executor. That's what I told him. He just does it.
Be a Voight, for sure.
So
okay, that's really cool.
Once I got onto the website, it's very simple. I scheduled an appointment with one of the colleagues at Carrot. They followed up, and very simple. It was the simplest website I've ever done. My background, I've done websites. I worked for GoDaddy for many years.
So you used to build websites? I
used to build websites. So
and it's still worth it to pay for the service and get it done by someone else.
It was amazing. Yep, it was amazing. So
that's awesome.
I just knew, I talked to Brady before too about building out websites, and like with WordPress, just super hard. It's really time intensive. Oh, and
is it the best and highest use of your time?
Not at all.
Probably not. Probably not for anyone in this community. Is it the highest and best use of your time?
Nope.
To build your
that's
own
why
website?
we started Carrot. That's literally why we started this.
And I love that it's geared toward real estate and real estate, like the realm that is real estate. That's really cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I mean, we're just now starting to branch into other industries. So like we do have some contractors. We're going into HVAC. We have contractors using it where they'll rework a lot of the website and rewrite a lot of it. But it's all pre-formatted like for real estate investors, like to attract motivated house seller leads. I don't know of any other platforms where it's that industry specific where you launch a website and boom, all your content is there.
That's amazing.
So I'm spoiling it for you. You tell that part of the story.
No.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. We got sidetracked.
No. He's absolutely right. I mean, when we were building websites before, it's for everyone. It's a full suite of things you can do. But with Carrot, I knew right when I got on the site, I was like, wow. The interesting thing about it was directed at real estate and investors, and a point and click, and you're set up. Honestly, 5 to 10 minutes. I was set up.
Wow.
Fully, it was backlinked. all I had to do was throw my picture up and, put a little bio up, and I was ready to go, and just point it to my domain name, and it was so easy. So
how many hours of your life do you think that just saved you?
Oh, tons, weeks, months.
Hard to quantify.
And then when you have a problem, you don't have to fix it either. You just are like, hey.
Not at all. You look at your website,
awesome.
You go on there, you make a call, and if you need some help, it's like online support. I haven't had to use it, but I know it's available for me as well. But it's been a phenomenal. I used it, and I didn't even have to go back and start touching up the website at all.
So Voit, I'm curious from you, man, because I could tell people why, and I could give a sales pitch all day because I'm the guy that works for Carrot. But I'm curious, what happened in your brain? Did you consider like using like Wix or Squarespace? Like there's a lot of things that are like way cheaper in cost than Carrot. So why not just like, okay, I'd just throw up a page on Wix or something?
Good point. Good point. I was with Duda.com, so it was a really easier kind of like WordPress. You could just punch and click and set up a site very quickly. However, it just didn't have the SEO side of things and the marketing side of what I was looking for. Yeah. And the big thing about that, when I was looking at something that I wanted even something easier and just even cleaner interface. And the speed of the website was the biggest thing too. Is I had my other website, it was kind of clunky. Mm-hmm. And the speed, when I set this up, it was just so quick, so fast, so easy to set up. Yeah. And I was like, this is it. This is so much easier than what I was using before previously.
And from a consumer standpoint, it's probably much more fluid and like a little more intuitive.
Oh my gosh. Guaranteed. Yeah. It's such an easy, it's honestly point and click. If you need to put a video, you can put a video up, and then you have all the help menus you need. It's phenomenal. I love it.
Wow. I love it. So what has it done for your business? Like tell us about like from when you started it to now, what is that looking like? Is it bringing in massive change for you? Does it just take that off your plate entirely so you can concentrate on other things? Like what's the biggest benefits been to you?
So the biggest benefit for me, so when I set up the website itself, I sent it out to like all my family members at first, and they were just like, you already had the website up, you just started the program. Right. How did you get it up so quickly, And
it's supposed to be like 6 months into your journey.
So like you already have it up, and it was within a day. And I was like, the biggest thing was for me is I was able to take that off my plate as soon as I could. And people were able to look at the website, reach out to me. If it's by email, or I had already a lead page already up. So you could put your email in, you could put your name, and then contact me that way, which is saves your emails. It saves everybody that's contacting you, which is amazing. That's what I want.
So you could start going from day one because you have a legit website. Yes. It looks legit. It is legit, but it looks legit. People feel like it's a good thing, and you can just move forward from there versus spending 3 months building it out.
Absolutely.
Because you're technically we're like 2 days shy of 3 months.
Yes.
And you've been up and running for almost that full 3 months.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good deal.
A lot of people would just spend that long building the website, or pay 5-10 grand, have a custom developer do it for them,
or spend that time in analysis paralysis where they like, what's Carrot compared to WordPress, and how do I do this, and they never take action.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
No, we recognize that. We built Carrot to save people time and to get results, because you shouldn't. We recognize people should be out there getting leads and closing deals. Yes. If you're a negotiator, you should be out there negotiating, not dinking around with the website all day. We want you to work on your website and rank in Google. But yeah.
Why would you want to spend time and energy doing that? Let the experts do it.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
You said it was built within 48 hours?
No, it was even quicker. No, all I did is propagate from GoDaddy, my domain name. It was up in 10 minutes.
Once you get
10 minutes.
Once you pick your plan, set up the account. I just went through it just this last week because I'm like, I've been working at Carrot 6 years. I need to go through this, see what's new, what's changed. And I went through it. I was like, man, our team is freaking awesome. Set up the account, and then you basically pick your template. So I'll just kind of talk a little bit about different use cases for it. So when you go in, basically what you're going to see is, pick, are you a real estate investor? You're a real estate agent. So, okay, I'm a real estate investor. And then we have different templates set up based on what you're doing. So, Voigt's website is for motivated house sellers. So we got motivated house seller template. If you're looking for land leads, you're a land flipper, we got a land template, mobile home, buyers, etc. We got all the different templates. So basically,
very cool.
You pick your template. That tells the back end of the website, here's all the pages, here's all the content we're going to create, here's all the images, here's all the code, here's all the writing, here's everything we're going to do. You pick your template, and then boom, once you hit launch the website, it's maybe a little over a minute. And then boom, all the pages are created. It was 18 pages, your home page, your about page. And the magic of Carrot, people know us for being SEO optimized. You go, SEO was SEO, search engine optimization. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to put this in the most simple terms. Go into any market in the U.S. And type in sell my house fast, Denver, Colorado. Sell my house fast, Tempe, Arizona, whatever it is, and you're most likely going to find a Carrot site.
Okay.
And so Carrot sites dominate Google rankings, and that's how we get like those really high quality inbound leads.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I was getting at is when you pick that template, you're telling Carrot, this is what I do, this is my business. It's creating the content, creating the pages on the website for that. And it's optimizing it for Google. It's making it what Google wants to see and what your prospects wants to see. So it's geared towards, it's launched
it knows
a motivated
Google,
seller
and it knows
website.
those things, and it's taking all that information and putting it into what they've picked.
Exactly. And we know what motivated sellers want to read too.
Right.
We know what information, what kind of research, what kind of questions they ask. And so when your website launches, there's all the content that motivated sellers are looking for.
Wow.
As opposed to like, okay, I got a website. Like most people just go create a landing page, put a logo in, like, what do I do? There's no content. There's no value. And you're really not going to, it's not offering any benefit to you. It's not going to help you close any deals.
That's awesome.
It's not any credibility. It's not going to get you any leads. It's definitely not going to rank in Google if there's no content on it.
So I have this question pinging around in my brain, and I am a squirrel. I'm not going to lie.
Me too. This is going to be fun.
If you've watched me on Zooms in the community, you know this about me already. But you mentioned something and then you said something. You said you already had your website, your domain through GoDaddy.
Yes.
And then he said, it takes within a minute it's populated. So I get stuck on this because I'm like, okay, do they have to have a domain when they're setting this up, or is it something they can set up within Carrot as well?
You can set it up so long term you do need a domain for people to go to.
Yes.
We don't offer the domain just because it doesn't make sense to us. You go to Namecheap or you go to GoDaddy and you pay whatever $7-10 a year. You buy your domain, BradyBuysHouses.com. And then after you set up your Carrot site, we'll walk you through, hey, plug this into here and then connect them. And it takes like a day or so for it to refresh on the back end. And then we connect your Carrot website to BradyBuysHouses.com. And then boom, you're online.
So is it something you would recommend, like you had yours done up front and that made the process quicker? Would you recommend people do their domain name first and then contact Carrot? It does not that it matters, but would that save them any time?
I like doing what gets me most excited first. I just go into Carrot, get the website up, get excited about it, and just work on the content and then attach the domain name. That's what I would
awesome.
do.
Where can people go to sign up? Just for those who want to do the Voight way, which is definitely what we recommend. Doing the Voight way, where you literally pause what you're doing right now and go do the thing. What's the website that they go to for Carrot?
Carrot.com/pace.
I love that.
Yeah. And we got a killer deal for anybody in Pace's world, where basically we're going to give you one of our trainings. It's our 3 lead per day training where we teach you all about SEO, search engine optimization, paid ads, how to customize your website, like all that good stuff. So it's our best training on online marketing and a Carrot site. I think there's some other bonuses, but yeah, go to carrot.com/pace. It has all the things on there. And
that's amazing.
That's the best way to get started.
I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I know there's probably a good 40-50% of you out there are already doing this. So that's awesome. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
I love that. Tell us, what are the most frequently asked questions or things that hang people up and keep them from moving forward?
I will tell you, do you care if I go another route? Do you care if I can?
No.
I will get to that,
For sure.
and I'll be happy to answer a bunch of different questions. But I think I'd love to address like the misnomer when it comes to websites and kind of the objection of like, well, I don't need a website. Like all I do is offline marketing.
Right.
And so
So basically, why do I even need a website?
yeah, why do I even need a
the
website?
big question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Here's the thing. I've got a slide. I don't know if y'all wouldn't mind pulling this up real quick. But the main reason you need to build a website is to stop losing deals.
Okay.
If you're doing any sort of if you're doing any sort of offline marketing, if you're cold calling, you're text blasting, doing direct mail, ringless voicemail, even door knocking, driving for dollars, if you're doing anything like that, what are people going to do when they get your direct mail flyer? They get a text from you. They're going to Google you.
Yeah.
They're going to Google you.
We live in an age of information, right?
Yeah,
where we know that
exactly.
we can type you into a search engine and see if you're real.
Exactly. That's what everybody does.
So if I don't have a website, would you want to do business with me?
No, exactly. Like when's the...
I mean, plain and simple, right?
Like when's the last time you bought something on Amazon with 0 reviews?
Yeah.
I'd rather buy something with a
Never.
2-star review than I would if they had no reviews.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah. So anyways, here's I'll just, if you don't mind sharing this slide real quick, I just kind of like to give people this just to kind of frame your mindset around like, this is why you need a website. Like I said, all your offline marketing is going to feed back into the website. And really what people are looking for is they're looking for, one, like we mentioned, reviews. They want to find out if you're legitimate, if you're credible, and they like to go down what I call the research rabbit hole.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is not, we're talking about Amazon, but they're not getting online to buy a $15 pair of flip-flops. Like, they're making a huge, massively financial, like life-altering decision, and they're going to have a ton of questions. Like, should I sell my house to a real estate investor versus a real estate agent? Pros and cons of working with an investor. How to sell a house in probate. There's all these very like specific, nuanced questions that people are going to Google and typing in every single day. And when they're typing those questions into Google, they should be finding your website.
Right.
And it should be answering their questions for you. And so anyways, we could take the slide off, but in a nutshell, I think the main reason why you need a website is it should do half the negotiation for you.
Absolutely.
It should make people predisposed to want to work with you.
They understand your messaging already.
Exactly.
They feel like they kind of know you, and people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Exactly.
So you're credible. So you have some trust that's starting to build already because you have a website, which means you're probably somewhat legit. Not that all websites are legit. I know. But the information's also there to back you up that you're legit because they're getting credible information. You're giving them information without asking for anything in return yet.
Yeah.
All of those things.
And if you want to do it to the nines, like if you really want to kill it and you want to be closing every lead, you just put a video testimonials. Like people see a video of you with the seller. Hey, it's me, Brady. I just helped Debbie sell her house. She was facing foreclosure. Oh my gosh, Brady helped me out so much. I love it. He saved my life. Like who's not going to do business with you? Those are the people who are crushing it,
And that goes way farther than a typed up review. Yeah. Even if it's a screenshot from Google, guys, you can fake those. Like, I don't know if you know this about the graphic arts industry, but you can totally make a fake Google review. Like, they are not foolproof. Yeah. So a video just goes so much further and builds trust so much quicker.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Video reviews and reviews, the more realistic they are, the better.
Yeah.
Like screenshotting Google reviews, screenshot of Facebook reviews, screenshot a text message, put on your website.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's the best thing to do.
I absolutely love it.
One thing I like to tell people, they're like, well, okay, what if I haven't closed my first deal yet? Like, what do I do if I haven't closed any deals? You get character-based reviews. Yes. You guys teach this?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Text people, get the character-based reviews, put them on your website.
Yep, or start partnering with each other. So in our community, it is character-based reviews as well, but also just partnering with each other. Get a JV, like JV with someone who's done it, and then it becomes your story. You borrow from their experience as well.
Yeah.
So if Voight and I were doing a deal together, but this is my first deal, I could be like, we've done X, Y, Z because he's done it and I can borrow that from him. And that's kind of the purpose of JVing with somebody.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it.
It's that leverage you need,
Yeah.
Leverage your relationships.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely.
And you're building your network as you go.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you on that too. And question I had for you, Brady, is what would you recommend? Like if you're putting videos up, would you put them up from your YouTube, or would you put them like a straight embed from like a Wistia, or what would you recommend?
I put them on YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube is the second largest search engine. Google owns YouTube, and if you could put your video on YouTube and then put it on your website, it's going to go a lot further.
Gotcha.
Also build more credibility.
Yeah.
There we go.
So like for
now
example,
you're here.
I'll give an example for like this is real estate agent or like buyer retail related, but we have a Carrot member called Anthony Beckham. He's in my hometown of Roseburg, where Carrot's based out of, and he's got a video about top 5 neighborhoods of Roseburg, Oregon. And how that video is like over 20,000 views, which you're thinking, oh, for YouTube that's kind of low. Like that's the population of our little town. Everybody in town has seen his video.
That's so cool.
He's known as like, oh, you're the Roseburg
the
video
YouTube
guy. You're
guy.
the neighborhoods guy. Like, oh, it's that guy from YouTube. And it's crazy. And so people like looking to move to the area or do research like, okay, top 5 neighborhoods in Roseburg, Oregon. They'll go to Google, they'll search that, they'll find the video, or they'll find his website where it's got the video broken down, and it's just information. It's information people want.
Right.
I mean, that's a real estate agent example, but the same thing if you're an investor.
But that video being there and being available to the people visiting his website gives him another layer of credibility.
Exactly.
Like he's actually doing the thing. He actually knows his stuff. He's speaking to it. You're getting to see him in action.
Yep.
And now I automatically am like, oh, that makes sense. You can validate the things he said. How big is the population there?
Exactly.
Like you can do some research and feel like, okay, he's telling me the truth. And I like that. And in the video, you get the vibes too.
Right. And you get that, personality, you get that brand, you get a feel for the person you're working with.
For sure.
And in the video, it feeds back to the website.
Mm-hmm.
In the YouTube description, you're feeding back to the website. Everything needs to funnel back to the website.
Because that's where you're capturing people's information.
Yeah. We call it a lead generation hub or an authority hub. Like it's the hub that all of your other marketing connects to. Gotcha. So everything needs to funnel back to it.
I love that.
Yeah, the same thing. It's the same thing if you're doing a video for like how to sell my house fast in Phoenix, how to sell my house fast in Tempe, like how to sell a house in probate in Tempe, whatever,
I mean, I think about the things that I Google and make sure that they have a website to make sure they're a credible business at much smaller scale. Like the cleaning company I'm about to hire.
Yeah.
Do they have a website? Like if they don't have a website, who are these people? Why would I want them in my home most of the time if I'm not going to be there?
Yeah.
And this is a very small investment. We're talking like $300 a month.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Versus real estate, which is a much larger investment and typically is people's retirement plans or wealth, generational wealth plans. Like it's not something they take lightly.
Yeah.
So they're going to research you to the nth degree.
Right.
When they're
going to research you as a person too.
As a person. So if you have Facebook stuff and Instagram stuff, like if you're private, like you can be private, all of the things, but one of the things people don't realize once you've put something out on the internet is it's there forever. People can find it. You no longer own it. Yeah. So I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that tell people to focus on when they get started with Carrot is like, I get it. Like search engine optimization, SEO, it could be overwhelming. Like you're trying to show up in Google for stuff. It can be a lot and it's a long game. It's a long strategy. Like we're not going to get into the weeds on any of that today. But one of the things I tell people is like, focus on your brand search. Like make sure that your first goal should be showing up when somebody types in, Brady buys houses reviews, Brady buys houses at Roseburg, Oregon, like start to show up in Google for those phrases. And we make that easier with Carrot, but like just focus on that, so that you can stop losing deals. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love that.
And then, one of the other things I tell people is if you, even before you actually get a Carrot site, go set up a Google business profile. They used to call it Google My Business, but like go set up a Google business profile. And make sure that your company name, your phone number, your address, this is key. Like this is step one with any sort of SEO is, they call it NAP, your name, address, and phone number. Make sure all those things match anywhere online. So if you have a Facebook page profile, make sure that your name and address, phone number match the website and that those match the Google business profile. But I tell people go launch one of those because it takes like less than 20 minutes to launch. It's free. Right. And it's going to show up for local search results. And it's got a button that says open website. It's going to funnel people back to your website.
Right.
That's like step one before you even get to Carrot.
This literally goes into everything we talked about in the safety semester, in the course in general, is like doing your due diligence. If you are doing deals with someone, like if I'm going to do a deal with you, I'm going to look up your business name on Google. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And if you're not registered as a Google business, you now have lost credibility with me.
True. That's a good point. Yeah, I
like if you're legit, how do you not at least show up on Google?
Right. That's a very good point too.
I love that.
And Google Business Review or Google Business Profile is like a super quick way to do that.
Yeah, that's a great recommendation.
And the more we call them citations in online marketing and SEO, but the more citations and backlinks you have, the easier it's going to be to rank in Google. So a citation will be your Google Business Profile, your Facebook page, say a yellow pages listing, even like a MySpace profile. You wouldn't be surprised, like all the different citations.
Does LinkedIn fall into that?
LinkedIn would, yeah.
They're
Any
more
citations.
business oriented.
Yeah, exactly. It's like all the different places you exist online. Google's going to see all those signals and say, okay, this is a legitimate person. All the facts are mapping up. It's like one of those, what do you call them? Like one of those serial killer boards with all the red yarn. It's like Google's looking at you like, okay, this is connected here. This is connected here. Okay, let's.
Well, and most people don't realize the cookies on your, that's what it's designed to do.
Yeah.
It follows you around and gives you a digital footprint, and they're looking at your digital footprint.
Yeah,
and
Google's looking at your digital footprint. Where do you exist? If you're only one place online, if you're only like one blog post or one Facebook profile, it's like Google's looking at you like, are they legit?
Yeah, like you could be a robot.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Could be AI generated. Yeah, especially nowadays.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So people can go online, carrot.com.
Carrot.com/pace
to get started. And you recommend that they do their Google setup first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Love that.
Do your Google business setup. And then I can share like a little bit about like SEO 101 if you like, kind of what people should focus on if they, say you launch a Carrot site, like what are your, let me ask you, Voight, like what are your questions? Like you have the Carrot site set up.
I do.
You started to optimize it. So you started working on your about page.
Right. I did.
What do you think you need to be doing next? I'd just be curious to hear.
So yeah, I spoke with you about this before. It's just putting up an intro video of myself and just introducing my company, what I'm about, our market and what our focus is on, and that's going to help out, like we talked about before. It's just, you can see me, and that's going to help know, like, and trust. That, as well as getting to the SEO side of things too. I know there's things I want to add to my site on the backlinks. I know they have backlinks already, which is really nice. But just really dialing that in a little bit more.
Customizing
customize a little bit more. That's going to be the big thing too. And what I really liked about when I signed up with Carrot is the onboarding process. We got on a Zoom call. We had a couple of members that were on there, and they just kind of broke down what you should be doing first. But it gives you a nice little step 1, step 2, what you should be doing, and you just click that little checklist of what you're doing when you're setting your site up, and it's just so simple. It's been so simple.
You a checklist.
Yeah, the little checklist on the sidebar there, and you have a little checklist of like, do this and let's put this up, and it breaks it down. So
I'm a big fan of checklists.
I do.
This is the TC side. This is why I operate as an avatar, as a TC avatar.
I have to have them. Or else
I
go
love
off
checking the
rails.
box. Like, dang, I did the thing. Like, I accomplished this thing. And
It makes you feel
It
good. You
does.
got the work
It
done.
does.
Right.
Sometimes I write things down just to check it off.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was on my list today, but I never wrote it
There
down.
you
Now
go.
I got to write it.
I do that
can
with
check
things
it.
I've already done. Like if I've already started my day, I sit down at my desk. I'm like, okay, here's the 3 things I've done.
that is funny.
It feels good. There's something that happens in the brain.
I love it. I love that
paper.
there's a checklist. So according to your checklist,
Yes.
you want your next step would be to get some more customization on the back end of
Correct.
your website.
Correct. Dialing
And
that
get your video done.
Absolutely. So do the video, and then I'm going to do dial in the SEO as well, just a little bit more in detail, and just as I start building the brand and just showing that a lot more. The really cool thing too is I able to pick my brand colors too. So there's a lot of
I love
customized
that.
ways you can pick the site and
Yeah.
set it up, and you can switch it very quickly without messing up your content.
Yeah.
So you can click on another page and like, okay, this is how it looks, and then you can just switch it, and it's not messing up your content at all.
So
Or
for
other
some
things.
people, this is like a good launch point to, like, if you haven't created a logo, haven't worked with a graphic artist, to like really brand yourself, you can start here. Like,
Yep.
play with the colors that you like on your website, what feels good to you. See if that will actually help you move farther along
Right.
in other areas too. Because you're like, I thought I liked these colors, but now
Yep.
that I'm seeing it, I'm like, I don't really like that
Yeah.
it looks. It doesn't look super professional.
And we've even got some like basic little logo. Like you picked one of the basic logos. We had like nine or so different like little house logos.
I love that.
So you pick one of those. There's the logo on your website. So
That's awesome. So it's a great place to get started if you're stuck in the analysis paralysis of bigger
Exactly.
tasks and really branding yourself that way. It's a good, like, just a launch point. Just get started.
yeah, exactly. And like, yeah, I'm someone who needs checklists too. And like, if I look at a website as like, okay, I need to get the website launched. I need to do this. I need to work on my SEO. Like, I get easily overwhelmed. I'm like,
Yeah.
I cannot do all of these things. I
There's
just
5,000
focus on
things
one
to
thing
do.
at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the first
Exactly.
step.
And that's why we do the trainings, like the one at carrot.com/pace. Like we do the different trainings. Just you focus on one little thing at a time. Like just launch the website.
Right.
Okay, take a break. Maybe you work on one thing a day. Maybe it's like, okay, today I'm gonna write my bio for my company, and I can give you guys like a prompt for that. Like, we're in the age of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
got
gosh,
prompts
it
for
takes
all this.
5
Yeah.
minutes to do anything these days.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
awesome.
So Carrot, we actually have an AI rewrite tool in Carrot where you can like
Oh.
one click
Yep.
and it rewrites it and you see the before and after, which is
Oh.
nice because ChatGPT, you can't see that.
Yeah.
And we've already trained, it's basically, I mean, we're tapping into ChatGPT, but we've already trained it on like how to work with the real
Based
estate
on
content.
the fact
Yeah,
that
it has
you're-
all the context, so you
Yes.
don't have to like do all this extra work to get a really good prompt. Anyways, I'm getting off
I
the rails,
love
but
that.
like we got the AI rewrite tool built in, but yeah. So
These are
like,
good things to know, though. I mean, this is, to me anyway.
Yeah.
I am the person, I am probably like 80% of our audience in here. I don't want to build a website. I want nothing to do with it. I just want to blink and have it done.
yeah.
And this is like the closest thing you can get to that
Yeah.
without just fully handing it to someone else and trusting that they'll do it right.
Right. You can,
Guaranteed.
and we do have that too. Like we have a team, like
Coming from someone who
Yeah,
built websites,
it's
I feel like
amazing.
this is
Yeah.
on
it
point.
takes
I'm
so
on.
much time.
I love it.
So we have a team, like if you wanted us to help you with it, we can do that, or we can do it full bore. Like we have a full bore concierge service where we'll do like a custom Carrot website for you, do all this slick branding. So we can do that. But I think the main thing is like get your website up, like get a photo of yourself on there, get as many testimonials as you can, and write a bio for yourself. I'll give you a chat GPT prompt for that. And the biggest mistake people make, and then so you did this a little bit, so I don't mean to call you out, man.
No, you're
but
call him out.
people spend more time. We all do it. We all do it.
We all
People
do
spend
it.
more time talking about themselves and not enough about also what they do. So you need to tell people about, like, here's who I am, but here's also all the different ways I can help you. Google wants to see that.
And
Prospects want
that
to see
typically, like, you have to know your audience. Like, who's your target audience? It's the people that you want to be purchasing from you, essentially.
Yeah.
And so you have to speak to them, and you have to speak to their problem.
Exactly.
And this is my solution for your problem.
Their specific problem. The biggest single-handed piece of advice I could offer to someone, like, doing any sort of writing for any marketing, just put your mind in the prospects of the seller.
Yes.
Like, literally just sit there and just think about, what are they going through right now? What is their day like? And just try and put yourself exactly in their shoes and feel what they feel.
The more
so that
empathy you
write,
can feel,
exactly.
the better that's going to
Don't think of yourself, I'm a marketer, I got to work on the website. What's going to work? Like,
well,
no.
and
Just
it
think
becomes
about
very eye-based.
Yeah.
And it feels that way. When people are reading it, they're like, man, this isn't about me. It's about them. Like, and I can't correlate what they do to how that affects me and how that would benefit me to do business with them.
And the beauty of, like, ChatGPT, you go to, I don't know what questions they have. Go to ChatGPT. What problems and questions is a motivated seller facing?
Top 20
What are their
questions.
concerns? Yeah.
I mean, I've actually ChatGPT'd that. It's
Yeah.
like the new Google for me.
There you go.
Oh, it's amazing.
I love
Yeah.
it. All right, we've got some questions.
Let's do it.
If we could have you just really quickly, I know people's biggest question is about SEO. And I know we talked about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
before we even started, that this would be the number one question.
We have a few hours, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Just kidding.
Guys, SEO is really, really in depth, and it is a long game. It is not like a quick fix. It's not something you're going to set up and see results on within the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It's a long game. But if you don't get started, it doesn't ever come to fruition. So if you could just give us a really high level of what SEO is,
I will do that.
that would be amazing.
Would you mind, team, just sharing the screen real quick? Let me know when that's pulled
Oh,
up.
it's up.
Okay.
Looks like it's good to go.
So I'm going to give you a little, okay, I see now. So I'm going to give you a little teaser, and you need to know this so you can understand the value of SEO. Because otherwise, like, why the heck does SEO matter? We did a survey on over 100 Carrot members last year, and we said, hey, how's Carrot working versus all the other marketing methods you're doing? And here's what we found. We found that on average, 7 times higher lead to deal conversion and around almost 14 grand in extra profit per deal. So those are the SEO
That's
leads.
Those are good numbers.
Yeah.
a
They're
good
the
problem to have.
fattest, juiciest deals, because people going to Google looking for you. I need to sell my house fast. This isn't someone you just called up like, I don't know if I got time. Like, these are the most motivated leads. And so that's why SEO. And here's a couple quick numbers, and I promise I'm going to answer a question. But, Facebook, a little more motivated, because they're,
A little more active.
you're in their feet. Yeah, a little more active. You're not totally coming out of the blue.
Yeah.
A little warm. But SEO, we see about 1 in 10. Some of our members, like 1 in 6, 1 in 8 leads to a deal. Like that is so much less time you're having to hammer the phones and talk to people because, like I said, they're predisposed to work with you.
Yeah.
And so a lot less leads to a deal.
Your messaging has already done most of the work for you.
Exactly.
You're just closing.
They're way easier leads to work with. I mean, we have stories all days of people like, I just want to give you my house. Like, okay, well, I'll give you something for it. Like, just take the house, whatever. People are just ready to go. So anyways, here's kind of basically a timeline of what to expect for SEO. And then I promise I'll answer,
awesome.
but like SEO it stands for search engine optimization. Basically, when you've launched a website, your website needs to be optimized to show up in Google. This can sound like really technical and like there's a lot of technical things you need to do, but really it's all about creating helpful content. And the cool thing about the time we're now in like 2024 is that Google is continually focusing more and more on just helpful comment in a digestible, easy to read way or easy to watch. And so they're rewarding people who are delivering the most value, which is good news because you don't necessarily have to be an expert in SEO always to rank for some of these specific things that people are typing into Google. You just got to know about the thing and be able to articulate yourself well.
And be willing to get in there and actually
Exactly,
do
and
it.
be
Show
willing.
up. You have to show up.
Yeah. So if you know all about probate, or if you're an investor and an agent and you're able to offer people multiple exit strategies or multiple options to, deal with their house, and you can speak to that well, you can articulate, and you're willing to get out there and write a blog post or get on video about this, then you have a much better chance of ranking. in
And these
Google.
are the things that you're guiding customers like Voight through. Like,
Exactly.
hey, it would be great. What you've done is great, but if you added a video in, or if you added those video testimonials in, or if you added in, a daily vlog on why you're the best in probate, or what they should know about probate, top 3 things people ask, like any of those types of things, you're going to guide them on what they can do to get better results.
Yeah, and that's all SEO is. So like SEO is finding the keywords or key phrases. Like we have a tool built into Carrot called the Keyword Explorer. It's super cool because what you can do, you can like take somebody else's website. It's like I can go get Pace's website, I can plug it into Carrot, and I can see what keywords he's ranking for. Oh, wow. And then I can track those keywords, and then I can basically track my progress and say, okay, I want to go after that keyword. I'm going to outrank Pace. I'm going to outrank Voight, and I can start creating content on those
Voight's
different
getting
things.
ideas over here. He's like, ooh, I know exactly what to do when I get home.
Yeah, some people like if you're not into marketing, like you want to outsource your SEO, you can pay someone to like get deep into the weeds and get you to rank in Google, and that's fine too. I'm a marketer. I like I like figuring out keyword research and what people type in and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that slide I pull up just to show that SEO is a long game, like you mentioned. It can take 3 to 6 months, sometimes up to 12 months in really competitive markets to get traction for some of the more competitive keywords. Okay. But sometimes like for brand search, like for showing up for your name, you might be showing up in a few weeks.
Right. Awesome. So I love that. All right. Can we move our domains out from Carrot?
Yes. So, well, the website stays with Carrot. The domain would stay with the domain provider.
Whoever you've chosen
to
exactly.
provide your domain. Because
we
don't provide the
GoDaddy's
domain.
Probably one of the most popular ones. But it's that whoever hosts your domain will continue to host your domain.
Yeah. We don't have like a one-click option, like take my website off Carrot and upload to it. Like we don't have that, like any tool to transfer like that.
You would just break the link that takes that domain to that website.
That's not, we don't have people ask us that. And
Cause,
so like,
because you perform too well. No one wants to do that.
There's not a reason to. So I would caution you.
Yes,
I'm not just saying that because I work for Carrot. So
Right.
people build $10,000 custom websites that don't convert because they're web developers, not marketers. And so
Well said.
I wouldn't move it off of Carrot.
Yeah, no.
So-
Sorry. That's my answer.
That was such an honest, raw answer. I love
Yeah.
it. The next question is, can it be geared to gators? And I love this question. I also think it's already kind of answered itself.
You're going to have to educate me a little bit on the Gator method.
So
'Cause I know a lot about creative finance, but not Gator specifically.
The overall ecosphere of all of the worlds combined is Subto goes out and finds the deals.
Yep.
They're the ones that are trained and specializing in talking to the sellers and doing these things. With Gators come in with the money typically, or a way to get the money.
Okay.
So sometimes they're providing the funds themselves. Sometimes they are finding funds for you. So Gator and Subto really do complement each other. Neither works without the other necessarily. And then TC comes in with the transaction coordination. They're the ones that handle the paperwork and the documents to go along and get the whole transaction from start to finish.
Yeah. Okay.
So with Gator specifically, I believe what they're probably asking is, do you have, it's not necessarily it is real estate
Like,
investors.
on the disposition side, like
kind of, and on the lending side.
on the lending side.
Like, do you have anything, or could you build something geared toward those things now that you're looking into other industries?
I don't think we have a template per se for lending purposes. Like we got templates if you want to like show off your properties to prospective buyers. Like here's throw up a really quick website for your buyers list and say, all my buyers go here. So we have people do that all the time. We don't have anything for lending per se, but like we had a contractor, I had him on the podcast recently. The guy spent a weekend, like 2 days. He's like, I know Carrot converts. I know it works. I know it's SEO optimized. I'm just going to use it for my construction business, because he had a website on HubSpot. It wasn't doing anything. Never got a lead.
Yeah.
Right.
Switch over to Carrot, got 2 leads in the first week, closed a couple of six-figure deals.
Probably just picked a template
He
closest to
he
what he
reworked
thought,
it.
and then he just reworked it.
He just rewrote the content.
Okay. So for now, we don't have a template for it, but maybe we can work on one.
We might be able to work on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If that's something
I
that
got
a lot
you,
of people in the
Gators.
community
Got
would
you.
use, then let's have that
that's cool.
conversation.
So our Gator community is about 6,000, 7,000. Oh,
Wow.
Sheeshola.
Okay.
That grows so quick. Okay. So we're at like 9,000 members now. So it's probably something we can talk about offline and get started.
Yeah.
And then the next question is for Voight. What have you seen so far from your Carrot site? Like, how many leads have come in? Do you have that number, or are you just like...
Great, and that's where we're actually,
Flying.
Brady and I are going to look at a little bit more and dial in as well. So great question. I've seen a lot of views on my site right now. I'm like 70, 80 days in, under 90 days. But I've been seeing the views where I haven't seen them on my previous site, which is
Nice.
really nice. So the visibility is there. Now it's just probably just dialing in a couple more key things and
Getting that video up.
getting the
and doing some of
videos
other
up,
things.
and like you said, like Brady had mentioned, maybe even personalize it even a little bit more, and that's what we'll talk about. And I'm gonna I got them in studio, so I'm gonna ask all those questions and about my pages. But it's been amazing. I mean, I would definitely do it, and the reason why is just it's the ease, the visibility, and just it's so professional. And everybody that I've worked with is professional through the process as well.
I think you're like the perfect person to speak to this too, because you were doing the websites before. So it's not like someone who wasn't doing anything before and is now doing something. They might be like, oh, 20,000 views in 3 months. That's amazing. But you're like, well, no, I actually had 40,000 views on my other sites. So being that you're seeing that the visibility is there and more people are on your sites than they were previously before Carrot, that's huge.
It's huge. I love it. It's so easy.
Way better than just
I know.
like not having anything to compare that to. So I
true.
love that. Is Carrot a one-time fee or a monthly subscription or both?
Monthly subscription. So the cool thing is we don't do a setup fee.
Oh,
So yeah, we don't do any setup fees, which is nice. So you get started as low as $89 a month, and then add on the add-ons that you want.
wow.
So if you don't have the time to focus on SEO right now, you're like, Brady, I'm not going to do any of this right now. Then that's fine. Don't add on any of the extra stuff. Just get the website up.
Just at least get your website up so
Yeah.
so you appear to be and can function as a legit business.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter how legit you are. You know your business is legit. But if you don't have a website that people can look you up, Google you, find you, you don't really exist. If you don't have that footprint for them to see, like, oh, you don't exist online, you may as well not exist, or you're probably a scammer.
Right. Yeah. That's
What
actually
all of our brains go.
that's
to,
one of
whether you
the-
want to admit it or not.
and the data backs it up too. I mean, like that's one of the most commonly searched things. Like, is this a scam?
Yeah.
Like, and people will put that on a website. Like, is BradyBuysHouses.com a scam? People will go to Google and search that. They're
I mean, you
searching
guys
it.
all know that's one of Pace's highest hitting ads is Pace Morby a scam with Carly Grunman is one of our highest ads because
I mean, I thought he was. I'm just kidding.
and that's what she said. She's like, literally, she Googled, is Pace Morby a scam? That was
Oh,
something that
wow.
she did when she met him.
Who's-
And
who's
we
this
all
guy
know
in his
we
hats?
do it. We all know we do it. It's fine. Some of us just don't want to admit it. It's all right. Part of the Gator strategy is to have a couple of sites. One is strictly lender facing, one page about me or for banks. Is it a separate cost per website?
It would. I believe you get 2 websites with the base $89 subscription.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm 90% sure you get 2 websites with that. So you
can gear them separately.
Yeah, exactly. You can, and so you could have 2 completely different custom websites with 2 different domains. And if you needed something different on top of that, you could add another website for a low fee, tack that onto your subscription, or just build out a separate page. Like you can build out a ton of pages on your website.
Right.
Even the one pages are nice too. You can do like a one page and have that created too. So like a lead page.
Yeah,
It's
like a
nice.
landing
It's a nice
page,
landing
squeeze page.
squeeze
Yeah.
Or a page that is about you, and like if you need lending, go here. If you want to talk
Yes.
deals, go here. Like you could.
That's the
You
magic
can-
of
you
Carrot. I
can
won't nerd out
customize
on
it.
it, but like that's what's easy. So we have, if you want location pages, you want to show up when people search like Tempe, Arizona, like sell my house Tempe. We have automatic location page tool where it just boom, it'll automatically create a page with all the content for that location.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And yeah. So
Okay, our next
anyways.
one's loaded.
Is loaded. I love
Yeah,
the loaded
can you
questions.
pull up Voight's website from your computer
Oh, there
and
you
show
go.
them right
I
now?
already got it pulled up. I'm gonna step ahead.
There you go. Ooh,
Yay! Yes, we
Yeah.
can do that.
I
I'm
got
so glad
butterflies.
somebody asked this. This is like real stuff. Like this
Real
is what
time.
makes these calls so fun.
Yes, this is
Like
good. I
the
like
real
it.
stuff.
I love
don't
it.
know. It's just- it gets me.
Boy, what's the website to get tier?
It's tier 1, so T is in Tom, I.
Okay, I'm there.
E-R. There you go. It's that quick.
Okay, I'm just going to do a plug here since he just said that, and that is how you spell tier. So thank you. When you're creating your website, please don't make it spelled weird and do weird things with it. No one will find you. Like it's just kind of when you're doing your domain, when you pick your domain, be smart. If you have a weird spelled name, don't use your name.
It's tough.
Use your initials. Do something. I don't know. Find a word that makes more sense. But that's just
Yeah.
my 2 cents because nobody can spell these days. It's a problem.
Yeah.
point.
Exactly. Oh, I got it pulled up. I got it on my screen. If you guys do want to share it, if they want to see it, what's the question?
They just wanted to see it.
Oh.
They're like, let's see it. Like, what color scheme did you pick? Because you were just
yeah,
talking
I know.
about.
I love. Yeah.
I
So-
know where
I
everyone's
love-
thoughts are with that question. They're like, we want to see it.
So
You
how's
were
it
just
look?
talking
This is
about it.
Voight's website. So like a lot of this is like stock Carrot content, and it's not like placeholder content. Like this is ready to rock and converts out of the box. Like you can send traffic and send sellers, buyers to this website. So
And this is
is
based on the
homepage.
template that you picked.
Yes, it is.
And can you go in and change templates anytime you want?
Yep. You can go in and change templates. Absolutely. So like I have his website pulled up right here. If I go into design and then I can go to change and then I can say, oh, I want to do this premium theme. And then boom, I can see what Voight's website would look like with this theme. Boom.
So you can view
Whoa,
it prior
that's
to
crazy.
making it active.
Exactly.
Wow.
So here's what it would look like if I chose that theme.
So
And
for
like-
all the visual people out there, you can play with your website and look at it
Yeah.
prior to launching it or making changes to it once it is launched.
Yeah, and the thing is, like,
That's
sometimes people say, well, like, what if I want to customize it more? We've actually, in some ways, restricted some of the ways you can customize it. You can do a heck of a lot, but we don't let you do everything because we've spent years, like, split testing what
Yeah.
works, like
Your Apple-
size of the buttons, color of the button, the placement of the form, all these nitty-gritty things we don't want you thinking about or messing up because we want the website to convert.
Yes.
You know?
Because that's the purpose.
Exactly. Like, we've
And
got the
you've done
form, the buttons
research and
baked
you know
in.
all the things,
Yeah.
which I do not. I
Yeah.
might think I know, and I might do it based on my intuition and like how I think it should run. But you've done the testing and you know the numbers,
Exactly.
and I care more about your numbers than what I would like to see.
Thank you. Can you tell all of our
Guys.
customers?
They're Apple. If
Follow
if
the
they
data.
function like Apple,
Yeah.
you can only customize to a point because they know better than you. If you think you need to customize it all, you're running on an Android version, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off. But I just love playing into this because people get so aggravated by it when Pace brings it up. So I just got to give the plug for Apple versus Android.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're Apple over here.
So yeah, this Voight's website, he worked on his bio page. So he's got the bio here, which is great. He's got his headshot. He's got a how it works page, how the process works. And this was, he hasn't touched this. This is like,
Right.
boom, this was.
Right.
That's a good
like
looking
Oh,
page.
here.
yeah, no, I appreciate
I
it.
like it.
Isn't this slick?
Yeah.
It's got all this fancy internal linking. So Google wants to see your
That was
pages
cool.
linked to each other. That part's done
That's
for you. It's got a reviews page. You can load
Every
it up with
time you say
reviews.
done for me, I'm like, yes.
Oh, I
One
know.
like
Yeah, we even have
I
little
am not the
guides
tech
for
hub.
That's what I
Don't
needed.
come
motivated
to me
sellers.
for tech help. So
Yeah. So here's the
Awesome.
website. Yeah. If you're tier1prod.com, check it out. I can share other examples if people want to of like fully built out customized websites.
No, we're
There's
good. They just
yeah.
wanted to see Voight. We
Yeah.
just wanted to. We
appreciate
just
it.
wanted to
Thank you.
That's
legitimize
Voight.
that Voight is real and
Right.
actually has.
He
a
does
website,
exist
guys.
online.
He does exist
Yeah.
online. How long has Carrot been in business?
10 years. I could finally say like a
real?
decade.
A whole decade.
We've been in the real estate investor industry for a decade.
And how long have you been with Carrot?
I've been with Carrot for 6 years.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
Wow.
I do our
Yeah.
podcast, our YouTube channel, webinars, and so yeah,
Okay, this is a really technical question.
let's do it.
How will Google SGE impact SEO? I
Search,
don't know what SGE is.
It's
so.
search generative. I can't remember. How is it gonna? That's the thing. It gives like the preview, the little pop up at the top of the page.
Oh, like predictive stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I start typing "we buy,"
yeah.
Search terms, okay.
So this is interesting because I'm actually like writing a newsletter thing on this week because Google just did their big I/O
this
thing.
is what we're doing.
Anyways, yeah. So here's, to distill it down in the simplest form is that it is making it so that the people who can provide answers in the best format possible are going to win. So more and more people are already using voice search. And so, should I do X, Y, or Z? And then it'll pull up like they call it a featured snippet in Google. I think that's what they're referred to. So it'll either give you like a featured snippet from a website and say, here's the answer so that you don't have to do all this digging, all this research. Or it will take information from like 3 different websites, from my website, from Voight's website, from Pace's, and pile it all into one like AI generated answer.
Oh,
And so basically, whoever can provide the most helpful content in the best formatted way is going to win. So it's like an FAQ page might mean that you're saying, okay, question, here's the question, bold it, and then answer, here's the answer below, and format that way on your website.
and it will take all those things into account as it's searching.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Okay.
or like, if it's pros and cons, instead of having a bunch of paragraphs about the pros and cons, have a table. Say, here's the pros of selling to an investor versus an agent. Here's the cons, et cetera.
Okay.
Here are your options.
Do you see that
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's going to only
This
help
is
the SEO.
this is a really good thing
not
because it's
hurt
making it harder to gamify SEO. And there's a thing called keyword stuffing, which you can't get away with anymore. I'm
Nice.
going to cram all the
Oh, yeah.
keywords in, and
Right.
you can't get away with keyword stuffing.
So the people who are looking for like the hacks, like
Yeah.
it will push them out.
Yep. So
And you
to
have
answer
to
this
be
question,
legit.
yeah, Google's becoming less hacky and more about
love
who's
that.
the subject matter expert who has firsthand experience on this topic. We're going to highlight them,
That's
and
awesome.
it's more in favor of local search too. People
Okay.
that are local to the area.
So this is where creating your own content becomes really important versus
Yeah.
just pushing to other people's content or
Exactly.
reposting or all of that. This is where your website matters and showing up on social medias matter because you're going to be the thing that pulls up when it's you creating.
Yeah. Exactly.
I feel like I just got a mini lesson.
That's a good question.
So glad I showed up today. Love it. Here's my last question. How does Carrot juggle customers competing in one market?
So here's the first thing you need to realize. It's not just about getting the number one ranking in Google. It's about that credibility piece. That's why the first thing I said is like all your offline marketing feeds back to this.
Yes.
And then the other answer is there's a ton of different search terms. And so, of course, like the phrase sell my house fast, San Antonio, Texas, that's a competitive phrase. It's a large market. There's a lot of people going after that one term.
Sure.
And so only one person is going to get the number one ranking.
Always.
So part of it is it's conversion, it's credibility. So maybe they don't want to work with the person who has the number one ranking. Maybe you're a guy and they want to work with a girl or vice versa.
Yeah.
Or maybe they want
Competition
to...
is actually a good thing because
Yeah.
that means it's just driving more people to your industry as a whole.
Exactly. I mean, it's
Well
like
said.
when you go to Amazon, you don't just buy the number one thing.
I
you
actually
don't,
go away from the top ranked.
Do you
every
do?
time.
You,
Yeah.
you don't read reviews?
No, I don't care if it's the
You
top
just-
ranked because that's the Amazon pick. And I
Oh,
don't care.
gotcha.
I
You
want to
scroll
know
past
like
it. Yeah,
the real
yeah.
people.
Right.
Because that's
Yeah.
just as a paid for slot.
Exactly. You know,
Makes
some
sense.
people used to say, "Oh,
Paid
you want
play.
the number 2 spot because it's further away from the ads." And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know
maybe
if it's true or not, but for me it is.
they get a lot of clicks.
I don't know that I'm normal. I mean, I would not say that
Yeah.
like 90% of people are looking at it the way I do.
So
I
yeah,
would
anyway,
go that far.
focus on getting on the first page. The other thing is like once you really get into keyword research, there's a ton of different keywords you can answer. So there's lots of different granular things, like sell my house in probate, or there's all different search phrases. And so it's not just one person wins.
Right.
Multiple people can win.
Competition is good,
Yeah.
guys. It really is. It just means there's so much business out there to be had, and being afraid of your competition is like such an unhealthy mental mindset to have around it.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
Voight's doing good, it just proves to me I can do good too.
Yeah, I like that. That's the best way to think of it,
Right.
honestly, too.
And
There's
I
enough
can't.
for everyone.
You can't take care of everyone.
No, you can't.
Like,
Not yeah. And we
None
have
of
different
us
markets.
can take care of everyone.
So true.
And I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I want to like if I don't work well with Brady, I still want Brady to win, so I can send him to Voight and be like, this is probably a better fit.
Right.
And you just have to
Appreciate that.
recognize that you are not going to be everyone's cup of tea. They're not going to be yours. You don't want to work with everyone either. It's not just a matter of you don't want everyone coming to you. You want the people you want to work with coming
Right.
to you. And that's where customizing
Yeah.
and getting your message out there and being genuine and all of these things matter.
Yes.
You're going to bring in the customers you want to work with and that fit your vibe.
You're right.
You got to be
Absolutely.
willing to put yourself out there.
For real.
100%.
I love it. Okay, I know I said last question already, but I've got one more because
Bonus.
it's really
This is
good.
bonus.
Yeah.
Can we easily install Google Analytics on a Carrot website?
Absolutely. It's super easy. I just did it on my test website this week. You go set up your Google account. There's a slick little form. You plug it into Carrot, and then we make it so that you can go to Google Analytics if you want to, but like all your leads, all your statistics are viewable in Carrot. So we've made it so that we've minimized the number of you don't need any third-party tools, but if you want to get really nitty-gritty, sure, you get an SEO tool here and there. But like Carrot has everything you need. So you can, view all your visitors, your leads, your conversion rate, all that good stuff. Track your keywords, everything.
I'm going to tack a mini question onto the back end of
Yeah.
this for my own brain.
Yep.
I am not super techie. I can do it. I don't like it. It
Yeah.
is not where I want to spend my time or energy. So if I wanted to connect Google Analytics,
Yeah.
is there a live person that I can chat with or someone at Carrot that can help me do that? Or am I totally on my own and I have to Google it?
We have a super huge, robust help center where we have videos and articles and live
that.
chat.
You're gonna help
We got
me?
real humans in the U.S. We actually got like reps in Arizona too, but
Yeah.
we got
I
real
love that.
humans in the U.S. Chat time's usually like 2 to 3 minutes. Someone's
wow.
going to pick up and be like,
That's
okay, I
awesome.
got you.
quick.
Here's a video on how to do this, like shoot a Loom video in real time.
Yes.
Like our support
and
team is
I ask
awesome.
that
It is
because our
Yeah, it is.
communities, a lot of the people in here, they're people,
Yeah.
right? We're all about networking. We're all about doing the things. So these kinds of things, websites, connecting things on the back end, linking things, like all of that, yes, I can do it.
yeah.
I don't want to do it. That's
Yeah.
not where I want my time and energy. I want to go hang out with Voight at a
Yes.
meetup and talk
I
about
know.
real
Yeah.
estate. I
I'm
don't
down
want to
for
be on my computer typing away like the cat with the smoke coming out of their computer
Yeah.
and sitting there going, oh my
True.
gosh. So that's hugely helpful.
We
to
can
know
help
that
you.
no
We can
matter
do
where
it
I
for
hit,
you, or you hop in our community and connect with other Carrot members and get them to help you. Whatever,
Yeah.
Whatever
route wanna
works for
go.
you, wherever your skill level is, Carrot will meet you there.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for hanging out with us today, Brady. I know the
Thanks for
community
having me. It's been a
appreciates it. It's
blast.
very valuable information.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing your
Thank
story,
you.
Voight.
Thank you for having me.
This
If you
is
don't have a
so cool.
website,
Appreciate
stop
it.
losing deals. I don't know what you're doing if you don't
Stop.
got a website. If you're not
Stop
online, you're
losing
not
deals.
legitimate.
And if you don't have a website, you are losing deals,
You are.
whether you want to admit it or not.
What's one deal worth to you? Versus, don't look at the cost of a website. Think about, am I losing a $15,000, $20,000 deal?
Not to mention with the numbers you just told us, you're going to close 7 times more deals. You're going to make 14 grand more per deal.
Yep.
Those are huge numbers, guys. So if you have not signed up yet, go to carrot.com/pace
/pace.
and get started.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, and we'll talk to you soon.